Foley's kind of a cool one. It's the first ASA of the year down here, warm weather, you know, all of us guys up north in the snow and stuff. So I think a lot of it's kind of like a good family event. Everybody comes down, goes to the beach, have some fun, and enjoy the weather and stuff. So plus everybody's kind of sick of indoors this time of year, so everybody's wanting to come shoot some 3D.
'24 Delta McKenzie ASA Pro-Am Tour here at the Hoyt and Easton Pro-Am in Foley, Alabama. And here is a look at the known pro and how they came off the range. Greg White sitting alongside PJ Riley. Talk to us, PJ.
All right, Greg, let's remember that 400 is what we consider par. So there's Kyle Douglas at 460, 60 up. Ace Coleman right behind him at 458. Jimmy Lutz at 453, Aaron Shaw 452, and Stephan Hansen 456. Those scores are unreal.
And for Hansen, he had to get into 5th place in a shoot-off with Louis Price and was able to get it done, and so he is in the show. Well, it's time for us to welcome the archers to the field of play. So here is the third member of our broadcast team, Nathan Brooks, who's going to introduce him.
All right, we're going to continue the action this afternoon. Moving on to the known pro division. Your 5th place qualifier from Nuuk, Denmark. Shooting 10 years as a professional, shooting for Matthews, Stephan Hansen. And your 4th place qualifier from Willard, Missouri. This is his rookie debut as a pro, shooting for Elite, Aaron Shaw. And your 3rd place qualifier from Montello, Wisconsin, 5 years shooting as a professional, shooting for Matthews, James Lutz. Your 2nd place qualifier from Paris, Tennessee, 1 year shooting as a pro, shooting for Hoyt, Ace Coleman. And your 1st place qualifier from Liberty, Utah, 8 years shooting as a pro, shooting for Matthews, Kyle Douglas.
All right, so we're back, and we are known pro. This is the hot category with the highest scores without question. I mean, in terms of popularity, yeah. And you have such a variety of shooters that started out as a spot shooter. We consider a spot shooter and 3D shooter, a mix of young and experienced as well. And this class can get crazy in a heartbeat.
I think we're going to see a few 14s shot at this time, Greg.
I think so. I think what we've learned so far, though, with the classes that we've had so far here, PJ, is vision's a real problem with some of these targets. So that's really what it's going to come down to is I think if these archers feel confident they can gun at 14 and see it, they're going to go for it. And there's the first one.
Stephan Hansen, Bow Doodle Impala.
Oh, and just outside.
That was Aaron Shaw.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the elevation mule deer, so that was Ace.
That was Ace.
And there is it.
That's Kyle Douglas.
And I don't see it. Looked like he
the cone was behind him, so I'm pretty sure he moved it out front.
Okay, so for Kyle Douglas, looks like he called the upper, as did Jimmy Lutz on the Shibuya Coyote. So first we're going to go to our stand turkey. He center punched the upper 12, and he called it, so he got it.
Yep. Okay.
So Kyle Douglas coming out of the gate, trying to put his foot on the gas.
Greg, that 460 mark that he came in with, I mean, that was the record prior to last year, and now it's like you have to shoot 460 to get here.
464 is the record for Ace Coleman. Bit of a bobble for our 2nd place.
66 actually is our record by our next archer here,
yeah,
Jimmy Lutz.
66 is the record. 64, I believe, was Brent Platt. That was done in the same weekend.
In the same tournament. And that same one, Justin Hanna shot a 60.
Unreal.
Here we
How
go.
about that? That's an easy 14 in archery.
Got it. Lutz, all right. Now, Greg, we look at his number. He's the only one with an odd number. He's got a 453. That means he shot a 5 in competition and still put up a 453.
And he shot that 5 when he was leading in qualification yesterday, and I was on the range when it happened. He takes it in stride.
He does.
But he was definitely not thrilled about that. So this one we're looking at is definitely out of a bonus ring, but it's a question if it's going to be a 10, or sorry, an 8 or a 5.
That's an 8 or a 5 for Aaron Shaw. And Aaron Shaw, I want to mention, you know, this is his rookie season, and he's up there. What I like is he won his first ASA in youth pins. So this is a kid who has come up from youth, and now here he is on the big stage.
Okay, so you saw Stephan Hansen walk by Jimmy Lutz, and he actually said something to him. Probably good shot, because these two are good friends.
Yeah.
But they are not friends when it comes to wanting
Not right
to win.
now.
and to be completely frank, I would have to say that in the target world, Stephan Hansen has probably got the hottest hand right now with the worst luck.
He can hit anything when he wants, and then just,
right? The finish. It's been the finish.
In the shoot-off that he had to win to get here, they put a dot in the center of the 10 ring, and he hit, it's closest to the center. He hit the dot.
Yep. So the archers shifted. So basically, Kyle Douglas, who was on our stand turkey in the first position, he shifted over to the elevation mule deer. Shaw, who started off on the gold tip boar, moves to the bow doodle impala.
Just missed.
Yeah, Lutz has got that long distance throw. And that 8 hurts, but it's a matter of people have said they just cannot see the rings down there.
Yeah.
From our vantage point with our camera, it looks great, but from where the archers are standing, and that wild boar, the gold tip boar, is 43 yards.
Look at this.
Range.
Look at this, Greg.
Come on. This is the stand turkey, and it's
14.
a 14 for Hansen.
For Stephan.
He's trying to roll from 4th place. Cool, calm, and collected. And he has enjoyed the switch to this new Matthews title. And there's an upper.
Kyle Douglas. Yep.
He called it.
484 for Kyle Douglas.
Now he moved to the Shibuya Coyote. And for Ace, he was going for it. And 8, he just missed it.
One of the coolest names in archery, I think.
Ace Coleman.
You're an archer and your name is Ace. You're just built to be out here in the final stage, I think.
Absolutely. For Lutz. Just a bit outside. Yeah, I don't think there's any question on that. Unfortunately for the Wisconsin resident, he will log an 8.
Yeah.
So now where Jimmy was trying to get points on Kyle Douglas, now he's got to be thinking about Hansen coming up to
Right.
Because if you look at like where Stephan Hansen is versus Jimmy Lutz, that swing of 14 to 8, that's a 6-point swing. So another rotation on target. Lutz will go to the Bowdoodle Impala, which is sitting about 37 yards away. It's a lighter target, so it's easier to see the rings. For Hansen, he goes to our elevation mule deer. It's also kind of grayish more than it is.
Yeah, and the 14 ring on this is big.
It is. Okay.
I promise you he's shooting at that 14. He's hit 2 of them already.
He's going to have a second go at it with his rangefinder. This is the known pro category. This is the final category that we have today in the Hoyt Easton Pro-Am here for the 2024 Delta McKenzie ASA Pro-Am Tour, where we're going to be judging distance. The 2 classes after this are going to be unknown, so we're going to have a break after this where targets are going to be moved to a new location, and we're not going to know the yardage. So Hansen using a thumb trigger. Taking his time. Sends it.
Oh,
interesting.
Went for center.
He did call the upper.
He
That's
mustn't.
a 27.
Yeah.
There's a possibility he could be pulling that 12 line. Ace Coleman is with a 10.
Wow, that surprises me that Stephan did not go for that 14. He mustn't have been able to see it too well.
Lutz might have got a 14 down on the Bodoodle Impala.
Yeah.
How about
Here's
this?
Aaron Shaw.
Aaron Shaw,
There
14.
we go.
That is 47.5 yards down. It is in between the row of lights. It's a hard one to see, but it is the stand turkey, and the turkey does give you some definition.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was Hansen. And see, that's what I was talking about with the 27. If you're in between there,
he got it.
He called the upper, and he got a 12.
All right. All right, he didn't go 14, but he got a bonus.
For Kyle Douglas.
He's at the closest.
Yeah, it's the closest one. It's a light target.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, it's never a slam dunk, but for someone at the shooting level of Kyle Douglas.
For him, that's a slam dunk.
It's a layup.
So we know Stephan's going to shoot at that, too. Here comes Ace.
All right, Ace Coleman. I think the hardest thing for Ace Coleman coming in here in his second year is obviously he comes in second place, and he's slipped down to fourth right now. And he'll be thinking about, I like the aggressive nature, but we'll see if in 14 for Lutz, as I called it.
Yes.
That was a good three-quarter shaft in, so no dramas for him. But now Lutz is going to move to that long 47.5-yard stand turkey.
Take a look at this, if my math is right. Yes. Stephan Hansen climbing quickly.
Yep.
Remember, he started in 5th.
So he is 12 points away from Kyle, which we only have 2 arrows to go in regulation. But Lutz is definitely within range.
And Stephan is now on the shortest target at the Shibuya Coyote at 33 yards.
I'll have another look at it. The clock hasn't started yet. It's a 1-minute clock to execute your arrow, and there it goes.
Kyle Douglas, on the other hand, is now on the 43-yard wild boar that's been giving everybody problems. Oh, Hansen. Hansen's arrows away. Kyle, okay, he called upper, got the upper.
Yep, sends his gold tip arrow down the gold tip boar. He's able to get those points.
He's just smashing it.
Yeah. Looks like a 10 for Jimmy Lutz on the turkey. So here we go to the stand turkey. We think looking down there, I think Hansen definitely smoked that Shibuya Coyote. We'll see.
Here we have Aaron Shaw went for the 14 on the elevation mule deer. I think he's a little wide. Yeah, they pulled that quickly.
Yep. For Hansen, now here's the one. There's the shot from Stephan Hansen.
Here we go.
He sends it and it low.
Oh, what's that line doing,
That's
Greg?
left. It's left, but if he pulls.
Oh, look at that line.
That's a huge call right there. The line is definitely pulled towards the arrow. The question is, does he actually catch it?
Oh, there's a bubble hole right there.
Yeah.
This is the quirky. Nope. There we go. Nope. He meant 8. It should have been an 8. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Stephan was like, wait. Hold on a second here, folks. It's bad, but it's not that bad. To the gold tip, boar.
Meanwhile,
12 for Kyle Douglas.
Meanwhile.
Yeah.
Boy. Unbelievable.
Ace Coleman on our Bodoodle Impala.
There we go.
Great shot. There
Way
you
to go, Ace.
Crowd likes that one.
So Kyle Douglas, we should mention, Greg, he is our 2-time defending champ shooter of the year in this division. 2-time.
Oh, yeah.
Which, that's a monumental accomplishment in this class. It's so deep. The competition is so stiff. To do it twice in a row. That just shows you what level Kyle Douglas is. He's got 2 Vegas championships, 3 national indoor championships.
He can shoot everything.
He can shoot it all.
So 5'10", 499. So an 11-point lead for Kyle Douglas. And keep in mind, this is the final era of regulation. If Kyle Douglas ends this with more than 10 points, he's the outright winner. We don't go to the last chance archery, last chance arrow.
And right now, Ace Coleman and Stephan Hansen flipped. Ace bumped Stephan off the podium right now.
Jimmy sends it. 12.
Now, what did Ace? Oh, no, he didn't shoot yet. So Stephan's on that gold tip bore while Ace is on the stand turkey. So the 2 of them are on difficult targets. The 2 most difficult.
Yeah, the Bodoodle Impala 12, that was Kyle Douglas, and he did call up
10. What did Ace do? Ace looked like he was in the 10 vicinity. He could have got a 12, but...
We'll go to Ace first on the stand turkey.
Yeah. This is for podium position. This is a big arrow. Oh, he got it.
He got the 12.
There you go. Ace Coleman.
That's a bounce back.
That is. Nerves of steel. Look at him.
Call that starting off slow. So Jimmy Lutz to the elevation mule deer. Going for that 14. I think it's just north.
It looks like it. They're giving it a look.
Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's pulling it, but...
Oh, wow. Scott Parrott is going to give him every chance that he can. But if he's got clear evidence, it's kind of funny because the target kind of curls up and the arrow is kind of pointed down, which that's what I was thinking.
Boy, that is just a 0.5 millimeter miss for Jimmy Lutz. So now we go to Shaw. Smokes the 14.
Got it. Got it.
That moves him up to 498. So Stephan Hansen. Not much of a look on that one.
What?
And a 10. So 504.
Yeah.
Now Kyle, he's going to set the tone here. Is anybody within 10 points of Kyle Douglas after this one? And he called upper.
That's going to be it.
And got upper.
Yep. That's the show.
522 for Kyle.
Oh.
And so it looks like Ace Coleman and Jimmy Lutz have tied.
Tied on score and bonus rings. So Kyle Douglas is our champ. We want to make sure we get that squared away. It's rare that we have this type of tie. And not for first.
Right, and what PJ's talking about is 507 to the score, but generally what defines them is the bonus rings, meaning anything, if they hit a 12 when they're out on the range, and in here, they count them all. And the fact that they tied on bonus rings.
So this is over 45 targets.
Yep.
They're tied on bonus rings.
They were tied on bonus rings coming in, PJ. So Ace Coleman came in here with a 458 with 30 bonus rings. Jimmy Lutz comes in with a 453 with 30 bonus rings. So they hit the same amount of bonus rings in here as well.
Crazy.
But their scores are now tied.
Yeah.
So Lutz was able to make up 5 points on Ace Coleman because Ace had a couple of bobbles there at the beginning.
Right.
So for our outright winner, sitting at 522, it's going to be Kyle Douglas. He'll take the outright win, but we still have to determine what's going to happen. What are they doing?
We see Josh Grind there, or is that Ken? No, that's Josh Grind. So what he's doing is he's scribing a mark, watch this, in the very center. That's our ASA president, Josh Grind. He's going to mark a dot because they need something to measure from. What's the center? Who can see it? Well, he's going to make a center, and then we're going to shoot at it, and the closest one to that mark is going to be our winner. So he's trying to get exactly what is the center. dot there with his Sharpie. And so there it is.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't like that one.
Yeah.
Look, he can't erase that. We know which one it is.
Yeah, we definitely know which one it is, and it's definitely smaller than a 27 diameter arrow.
Yes, it is.
So this is the time when you pull your favorite arrow out of your quiver.
Gotta have it.
That's one thing to know if you're not a 3D shooter on the regular, and if you're new to the sport. You want to shoot all your arrows and figure out which one is your favorite, which one is your Billy Baroo.
This is
Billy,
it.
Billy. And this is exactly why you have a favorite arrow. And by the way, I will say this. If you're in our qualification rounds, if you're shooting on Friday, shooting on Saturday, leave your favorite arrow in the quiver because it will get beat up. You leave it for this particular moment. And there's some shooters that'll tell you, PJ, all of them shoot the same. No way. No.
Greg, if Mike Tyrell could have heard your Caddyshack reference, he would appreciate it immensely. Big fan of Caddyshack is Mike Tyrell.
Thanks, PJ. Ace Coleman up first. He came in here in second place. Only 2 points behind Kyle Douglas now, fighting for a podium spot. Is it going to be third? Will it be second for the young Ace Coleman?
Oh,
and that is a good shot.
Oh, just to the right.
Might be
Definitely left room. So they'll measure. He should have calipers, I believe, and they'll pull that arrow, so there will be no arrow in there for Jimmy. Yeah, there we go.
I have to say, though, when it comes to these type of situations, I'm going to say that Jimmy Lutz has a bit more experience than Ace Coleman.
Yeah.
Jimmy Lutz, world champion in world archery. Of course, he's on the United States USA Archery national team. Very successful in indoor shooting as well, and 3D. Your record holder.
Our record holder here in this division, 66.
What's the max you can possibly get?
Let's see.
80?
80.
It's unreal. Here we go. This for second place. Oh, and that looks about as equidistant as you can get.
Man, if he's going by the edge of the shaft,
Nah,
that's
you think?
a tough one. I mean, from the edge to the center.
Yeah.
I think Ace might have it.
I think Jimmy's going to have it.
You're calling Jimmy? I'm calling Ace.
I'm calling Jimmy.
He's sticking with the first one.
Right, so it's that center spot that he marked second, and that is a closer arrow. That's a closer arrow to me.
Do we know?
589 to 660.
We're going to need Scott Parrott to make this one. He's holding.
We're waiting to hear.
First arrow
wins, so
Ace Coleman. Oh.
That is quite the bounce back. He shifted all the way down to fourth place and was able to, just in the last 3 arrows, battle his way back into second place. And he will definitely remember this one. A commanding win from Kyle Douglas, but Ace Coleman on the last arrow in a shoot-off is able to get it done just ahead of Jimmy Lutz, and that'll be your podium. But Kyle Douglas.
Here we go.
Heading to the headphones.
Here's Kyle Douglas over at our headphones. And we are going to get a word from him. Kyle, can you hear me? Oh, we haven't quite. Oh, there we go. Kyle Douglas. All right. Our known pro champion. Kyle, how does that feel?
That was a good one. That one felt really good. I went out there and kind of executed my game plan perfectly. So I can't ask for a better weekend.
Came in here at 60 up, Kyle. I mean, 2 years ago, that would have been a record score, but now it's like that's what you have to do in this class.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous how many guys have got that 60 up mark now. It used to be like almost unattainable, and now it seems like that's kind of the status quo.
What are your thoughts on kicking off the year with a big win, setting the tone for the rest of the season?
That's awesome. It feels good to start off the first ASA with a win. You know, it's been a rough weekend. My grandpa passed away Thursday night while I was out here, so kind of feels cool to be able to do that and know he's watching down on me.
All right, Kyle.
Sorry to hear it for you, Kyle. Sorry for your loss. Definitely, we're all thinking about you and your family, but congrats on a big win here today.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Kyle Douglas with the big win. He'll take home some big money and that tan he's got going on. back home with him as he thinks about his grandfather who passed after a long battle with dementia, and Kyle able to gather it up and come away with the win. Well, we're going to reset these targets, and when we come back, we're going to get after the women's pro category, and all these targets are going to be set at different distances, and now it's time to guess the yardage and put that sight mark on and get after it. Don't go away. We'll come back to the Delta McKenzie ASA Pro-Am Tour, the first of 2024, after this.
Ryan Jeffries, Mr. Ryan Reed, Chris Hacker, Alan Connor, Benny Barger, and your number 1 qualifier from Voorheesville, New York, Jacob Sluzard.
I thought I could hang with these guys, and I wanted to prove that, but winning after 5 tournaments it's just a lot.
Paige Pierce, your Women's Open Pro champion. Open Pro champ, Bodie Turner. And our champion, Casey Koffel, LAS Classic champ, Brady Ellison.
Jyoti Benham takes the win.
Nick Cappers, Classic Open Pro champ.
Sub 4 pounds, 8 feet per second faster. Our goal wasn't just light and fast. It was how light and how fast.
Yeah, buddy.
I have to shoot the best, or there's just no point in doing it. I'm blown away at just how easy each arrow tunes right out of the box. Ultra Arrows, the pinnacle of precision and performance.
The X10 is the most successful arrow in competitive archery history, accounting for far more medals than any other individual piece of sporting equipment in Olympic history. Easton introduces the latest innovation of the X10 lineup, the 4mm Parallel Pro. Parallel Pro offers legendary X10 precision for all forms of archery. Elevate your precision. Your journey to the podium begins with Easton X10.
This baby's bad.
For more info on the complete 2024 Elite lineup, visit EliteArchery.com.
Oh, what a shot. He got it. Unbelievable. So Kyle needs an 8 to win. 8 to win. Oh, he went right at it. Entered in, done. This guy is unreal. That's it. And he got it. Never played it safe, Gillingham.
Hey, Tony. Wanted to see if you had a couple minutes to go over the new features of the UV slider sight.
I know more than you.
Got a question about archery products?
We can help you get a target bow. Are you looking to get into an Olympic style setup or bare bow setup?
Our customer service and pro shop teams have all the
We'll
answers.
get these shipped out very shortly for you.